But I coach on dating.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't coach on any relationship.
Exactly.
You know, I can, of course, but I coach on dating properly, setting yourself up for the best success. And I feel like as a single person who's actually in the trenches and in the field doing it,
you know what's up.
Yeah, like
and married people don't
tell you how to date. Because when I tell married people what we go through in like modern day, and they're like, "Oh, it wasn't like that in my day." I'm like,
"It was.
Welcome to 2022."
It really, really wasn't. When I tell my mom some of the stuff that I'm going through, she's like, "Well, babe, that makes no sense. You need to run." I'm like, "Mama, I can't run from that because that's every woman in today's day and time."
They don't understand.
She's like, "Well, baby, I don't know. I don't want to tell you to stay single, but baby, I just don't know."
I get the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, okay, cool. So all right, cool. So you're broad. 20-year-old watching this right now. She's in school. What should she be focusing on in the dating field? Like, what kind of man should she be, looking for, in your opinion?
So if you're 20, you're probably in college, wrapping up college. So you're going to want to look for a man who treats you well.
Okay.
No one has a lot of money. Well, I won't say no one.
Okay.
Most people don't have a lot of money in college. So the man who treats you well with what he has, the man who is focused on his studies, who knows where he's going in the next year or two, who has an idea of where he wants to be in the next 5 years and 10 years, a man who already knows that he wants to be a father and a husband, a man who follows up, follows through. So you want to look for those characters. When you're in your early 20s, you want to look at who the person is intrinsically opposed to like what they can give you, because you just realistically can't expect that much unless you're dating older.
So should this 20-year-old date a brother who's working at McDonald's? She can. She can.
I'm sure, because I know people who worked at McDonald's because they knew they had to work there and go through the ladder in order to own a franchise. So what's his purpose in working at McDonald's?
Now you talking.
That's important.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what about that brother? He's 25. What kind of woman should he be looking for at 25, in your opinion?
Yeah, he should be looking, well, I would say for a man, because they have to think about what they want, right? So I also love the idea of dating for what you want. Are you traditional? Are you modern?
Yeah.
So if a man knows that he wants a woman who is going to be at home with the children, who's going to take care of his castle, who's going to rear his legacy, he shouldn't be looking for a woman who is like really in her books, like, I want to be a doctor, because she's not going to be able to do both of them. She has 12 more years in school in her. So if you want a woman like that, so meet a woman who, yes, I want to be accomplished. I'm in college, whatever. But she said 25, so she should be done, actually.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Unless she's going to, like, doctor school, law school, like yourself. We'll talk about that later on. But, like, yeah, that law and doctor program, you could be in school till you're 27, 28.
Exactly. And if you want a woman who's at home, you have to think about that, because she's not going to do it. And then after you work that hard, the woman has, she's not going to want to go sit down either. So I think you have to think about what you want as a man. And if you want a partner who's going to build with you, you need to find a woman who's business-minded, who is interested in an entrepreneur journey, who's, wants to do things on the business side. I think that if you get aligned in the beginning, then you can avoid a lot of issues, because at the end of the day, people kind of come together for attraction. And then a year, 2 years in, you're like, oh, I don't want this, but I don't want that. And it just doesn't line up. And so that's how you get breakups, get divorces. It doesn't match anymore. So.
Do you teach on the traditional and the modern? Do you believe in that?
I do. In fact, in my ebook, I will have a response for traditional woman and a response for modern woman, and it definitely varies. Yeah,
definitely does. And that's in your book, the 10 scripts to avoid common dating pitfalls, or which one is that one?
It's that one, yes.
Cool. So we're going to put that, you guys, in the show notes today. Her ebook called the 10 scripts to avoid common dating pitfalls and intrigue high quality men, not high value men, high quality men. So, ladies, if you're watching this show and you really want that, I'll definitely, is it free, or how much does it cost?
It is free.
It's free?
Yep, it's free.
Cool. It's free, y'all. So we're going to drop that link in today's show notes. Go check it out so you can get you a high quality man, not a high value man.
Not just get, but keep. Not just get, but keep.
But keep them. How you... The whole keep thing for me. Yeah. It's the keep thing for me.
It's the keep thing for you?
It's the keep thing for me. But I don't want to get there yet. So if you're in your 30s, young 30s, because you're in your mid-30s, is there a difference of income you think you should be having in your 30s?
Different from where?
As far as in just like should a 30-year-old be looking at something different from like a 36-year-old? Or is he thinking it should be right around the same?
30 and 36, I think we're all climbing, right? So it should be a bit different. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a matriculation. So 30 and 36 is really different. You're just coming out of your 20s. in one age group or in one age, and the other age you're heading into your 40s.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. So we're gonna go there, y'all. I feel the energy through the camera, y'all. Saying you haven't asked her, Anthony. I did ask her, but she kind of skated around it, you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring it back around to her. So would you date and keep the $42,000 man today? Or you said you would. You said you tried, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So today, which I already know the answer, could Nicole keep a guy who makes $42,000 a year?
Because there's so many qualifiers, right? There's so many qualifiers. Nicole would if the only alternative was what we said before, the high earner who had no other great things about him. But if that's not the case, then no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't date someone who made $42,000 a year.
Yo, and I respect you for saying
I don't think it's a good idea.
you know, Nicole, you just earned a lot of love on my show.
Okay, thank you.
The fact that you said no, I wouldn't do it. I don't think there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with a woman saying no. I just,
Yeah.
at this season of my life, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So let's have this conversation. I think there's a lot of ladies who are screaming saying thank you for saying that. But how come you couldn't do it?
It begs the question, what have you been doing for the last 35 years of your life?
This is going to be good.
To where
didn't say
you
this.
haven't been able to, earn an income higher than $42,000, because I've been able to do it, and I haven't been like hustling and grinding this entire time. I've been doing what needs to be done to continue to elevate. So what have you been doing for 35 years where you're at $42,000? If that can be explained for, then I could better understand. I'm not sure, but
You live in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do some research while I'm right here.
oh my goodness.
What does the average school teacher? Because I think no, you know what? Let's police officers ain't really on a good thing right now. All right, cool. What does the average school teacher make? I won't say her name live on the show, but actually no, I can say Whitney. So the average public school teacher makes on average per Zip Recruiter $25,000 to $67,000 a year.
Yeah, it's a big range.
That's a big range, right? So you got $25,000 on the low end, $67,000 per year per Zip Recruiter, right?
Okay.
So let's just say that the guy you meet a guy who loves teaching the next generation. Mm-hmm. He loved teaching. He taught the Barack Obamas,
Okay.
the LeBron James, the Kobe Bryants. This is a man who loves teaching. You have a handsome son.
Mm-hmm.
So he loves teaching and serving your son.
I have a daughter.
I mean, your daughter. Yeah. I'm tripping. I'm all over the place. Your daughter.
Fine.
I am so sorry. This is a guy who loves teaching your daughter. You trying to tell me you wouldn't give him a chance? Ooh, this is good.
So-
I love this.
So I listen
Her
to
face
the
is
range.
like Anthony.
I listen to the range, and I'm assuming that someone in my age range would be
67.
Yeah, about 67. I dated a guy recently who made about that much money, so I would date that guy.
And you actually enjoyed the relationship.
I enjoyed the relationship, but I was constantly wondering if me wanting to go out was too much. If he would say, "Oh, what do you want to do this week?" I was like, I would kind of like downplay it a little bit. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but it was a constant consideration because everything that I might want to do, he may not have within the budget because he did live within a budget.
Wait.
He had a budget situation, so which is good. Wait.
I was about to say.
No, yeah, he's supposed to live within
Do we
a
have a
budget.
problem with budgets?
No.
I was about to say, like, wait a minute.
No, I know where I am.
Now you know where you are, right?
I know where I am. No.
Like, because I operate off of a budget.
Yeah,
And I have no problem saying that.
But what I'm saying is that your dating and like entertainment budget is probably vastly different from his. So he didn't have a whole lot of money allocated to dating. So I had to kind of consider that. He didn't tell me what it was, but I'm like, I know he don't have, $1,000 a month to go out with. So I did have to think about it.
So what do you think is a good age range to be dating in your 30s as a man?
As a man,
Like, what do you think he should be making? Let's say he's 35, mid-30s. Mm-hmm. That means he should have at least 15 years in the work field.
Yeah, about that much, yeah.
About 10 years at least if he's been out of college.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think he should be making now? I'm curious.
I think he should be making between at least $70,000.
Black man?
Depending on the field, I do. Yeah.
I would ask you something else, but I don't want to do you like that on this show.
I think depending on the field, all the black men I know, and I know, of course, is that
Right. Yeah.
I'm saying it with blinders on, but yeah, black men to date me.
To date you.
Right, because this is a qualifier, right? I would say about $70,000 and upward at 35. Yeah.